in the Navy, in the submarine? Like, I don't know, it had to do something to do with boxing and...
Well, I sold newspapers on the subs at Maryland during the war. I was a kid and I sold newspapers out here. And the guys always give me ice cream and cake, bear claws. So I wanted to go in the Navy on submarines. So I joined, and then when I joined, they didn't guarantee you anything. They just, you join. So I joined the Navy and I went through boot camp because I wanted to, when I got out, I was going to ask for submarines. So in the meantime, while I was in boot camp, I boxed. My dad used to box at Jack Dempsey's stable. He was a big professional fighter. And they had the gym was 2 blocks from the house where my dad was raised. So my dad used to go down there and play at the gym, sweep it out, clean it up for him. And his brother, Jack's brother's name was Bruce. And that's who I'm named after, Jack Dempsey's brother, who died in San Francisco 42 from AIDS. Anyway, so I boxed. And I was pretty good at it. I won every fight, every Friday. And the chief in charge of like my group of people kind of took a liking to me. So I put in for submarines. I got a letter back, said the only thing we're taking on submarines right now is cooks. So I told the chief, they're only taking cooks. He said, well, did you ever cook? I said, no, but I washed pots and pans in a sawmill up in Weaverville, and I helped my grandma on the dairy farm. He said, you're a cook. Yeah. He signed the letter back and told him I was a cook. So I got on submarines. And I damn near got killed on my first 2 meals. But I survived.
So you went in as a cook, Bruce, you went in as a cook and came out building them.
Yeah, as a chief reactor operator.
Wow.
That's incredible.
I went to schools like you and me.
Yeah, you said the schools were always in the cafeteria, huh?
Yeah, well, see, for the first part of the program, what they did is they gave an exam. It's called a Princeton Engineering Entrance Exam. Never told anybody what grade you got, but they picked 300 people because they figured only 100 would get through it. And they needed 80-something for a crew. That was for the Nautilus. So I got picked. I took the test. I don't know what I got. I got picked. So they didn't have a school then. So they made contracts with different universities. Contracted with the University of California, Berkeley for one course, physics, nuclear physics. I went there 3 months, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. This professor. I went University of Idaho. I went there for heat transfer and fluid flow. Went to Harvard for mathematics and physics. I went to University of Ohio and Arizona. All those are 3 months times. Well, some of them are only 2 months. And we finished all that. Then we went to Idaho, where we built the first nuclear reactor site. Took it critical, and that's what we trained on. And it's a miniature makeup of the Nautilus, engineering spaces. So that was my only schooling.
One of my students asked me where you went to school for, to learn how to do nuclear engineering. He's like, "Where did he get a bachelor's or something?" I was like, "No."
Well, the last job I had was Maryland nuclear production manager. Today, to get that job, you have to have a master's.
Right.
I only got it. I was in the Navy, and Rick over knew me, just like Chuck, Bruce. Nothing special. He just knew me, and he knew I was one of the first operators. I qualified sixth guy to qualify. First four were honorary qualifications: the president, the vice president, and two congressmen that gave us money. Then Tavey Jones and I was the first ones. He was 8 minutes ahead of me. I was the second one. So Rico knew me by name. So I was working at Mare Island, and they phoned and said, we need a guy to go back to Pascagoula, Mississippi. Look at a submarine there. So my boss sent me, and I went there to Rico's office. He called me in, and when I went in, there was 4 congressmen sitting there. Congressman from Mississippi, congressman from Texas, congressman from Louisiana, and a congressman from Alabama. And then Rico said, we got a problem. Said these 4 gentlemen, he introduced them, said they, 3 years ago, they supported me in nuclear construction, making many submarines, going to the nuclear fleet. One of them, we promised we'd put one in their shipyard. That was in Pascagoula, which had built small ships before, but nothing big. And they're halfway through it, they're over schedule, they're over cost. What do we do? Go find out. So I went to Pascagoula, spent a week. I was ready to come back. I was scared to death because what the problem was, they didn't have the talent. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. They were never going to make it. And you don't say things like that in front of 4 congressmen.
Right.
So I walked in that office and I knew one thing. I'd never see these guys again, but I'd see Rick over. If you ever didn't tell him the truth, it was all over with. He said, Tavey, what's up with Harlan here? I said, well, I held my head down. I said, they just don't have the talent. I said, they just don't have the talent. They don't have the welders. Welders are trying to do magnesium welding in damp weather. We do all welding on the East Coast in a building. I said, the moisture's ruining the welds. They're not getting good welds. They're having problems. They don't understand sequencing of things. There's just a lot of problems. And you're not going to fix them. And the congressman asked me a couple of questions. He's a real gentleman. And then I just stood there a minute, like we're standing here now, and all of a sudden Rico said, we don't need you no more. I left. I told my shipyard commander what happened. And he said, well, I got a phone call, they're gonna tow it somewhere and take it out of there. And I said, well, that's good. I said, thank God it won't come here because they'd have to go through the Panama Canal, towing it. 2 days later, I got a phone call from Rico. He said, I'm sending that submarine to you, you SOB. And you better make it run. And he said, I want tight schedule and good funding, money-wise. And I want a schedule tomorrow, and I want to know how much it would cost tomorrow. And I said, okay, well, schedule was no problem. I'd been there. I'd walked up and down. Money, I had no idea. Phoned the guy that was in my elders quorum, Max Stevenson. I said, Max, I need a cost on that submarine. He said, yeah, okay, no problem. I said, I need it tomorrow. Are you kidding me? I said, no. He said, I need it. I came in, I said, Max, I just don't want no BS. Bring the whole shipyard if you have to, but I need a cost. I came in and on my desk, I had my schedule and there was a cost. Broke down about 8 pieces and a figure. Put it together and carried it back to Rico and never heard another word. Finished the submarine, got a phone call. He said, Tavey, that submarine finished 2 days ahead of schedule. And whoever give you that damn cost, give them an award. They missed it by $2.
Whoa!
I went up to Max and gave him an award, and they all started laughing. I said, what's funny? He said, he wrote that number off a boxcar that was sitting out there. And he did.
What submarine was that?
Guitarro,
Guitarro.
the one they sunk after.
The one they sunk. Shoot.